Hey, what's happening, all of y'all? Welcome back to another video. So let's talk about what are assets that generate income, shall we? So assets is just another word, just if you don't know. Assets is just another word for money you have spent on the something you believe will be useful for a year or more. Okay, so this is what an asset is. Now, in general, let's say that if you purchase a computer, you expect it to last 3 years before you need to replace it. So is that an asset? Well, for an internet investor, it surely is. But for somebody that just play poker on the computer, it's not an asset. It's a liability. In general, you can argue that assets support revenue generation. Things like cash and receivables, you might argue, don't directly generate income. So to best answer this question, go through your balance sheet and ask yourself, does this thing, because it's not an asset, when you ask the question, help you generate revenue? If the answer is yes, take it off as being income generating. Now, check this out. As an investor, income producing assets are your best friends. Now, we all know that. There are many kinds of income producing assets you could roll with, ranging from different real estate options to bonds and more. Many investors invest in income producing assets with an end goal of earning passive income. This is why we love the market, because when we invest in big companies that pay dividends, that's just passive income. You just sit on your sofa reading the annual report and see how well they doing. While no investment is ever truly passive, these income producing assets are great choices for passive income to become a close reality in the long run, at least. Now, these assets have great financial potential, and the risk associated with each will differ. Of course, you don't need me to tell you. Of course, for some, a skill set also it is an asset. If you good at something, it's not the something, it's you, the ability of you doing it. Call it talent, call it skill, but ability sometimes are assets. There are 100 different options. So look at your skills and thinking and align with investments that make the most sense for you. Now, check this out. The main ones are: one, a business. So I'm just shifting from what an asset is. Skill is also an asset, but let's talk about the meat and potato of what we're talking about here. The main ones are: one, a business. Rocket science. Many businesses can provide a cash flow in countless industries. Remember though, running a business and investing aren't the same thing. Two, stocks and funds. Many funds have dividend, as do all index. So it isn't wise to pick stocks based on dividends, and if you withdraw money yearly from your portfolio, it won't appreciate as much as if you reinvest the dividends. Now, that's just ABC, but for a non-investor, this is just stuff that you don't know, but this is what it is. Now, check this out. Real estate, we all know about real estate, don't we? Direct real estate can provide income. Real estate investment trusts also are something amazing, a tremendous way to put your money to work. You can invest in these assets without the hassle of being a landlord. With real estate, the biggest mistake most investors make, especially beginners, is focusing on capital values and not rental yields. Call it cash flow, right? Another mistake to make is that's commonly made is focusing on big risk emerging markets. Having an allocation is fine, but it is high risk by definition. So those 12% yields aren't always an easy win. Just know that sometimes you can get creative with real estate, as well as focusing on non-residential options, but that it isn't always easy as people think. To make lots of money with property. So you will need a good investment made, of course, on yourself. Get learned, get acknowledged, and you will see that whatever business you enter, your investment will just make more sense. For digital assets, now check this out, because this is where we come in. And the digital assets world is amazing. There's so low competition. I mean, it makes me laugh out loud. to see how low competition there is on the market. Now, you may believe that the market is just overloaded of people doing it, but it isn't. I mean, on top of Google, we have the main websites, but you can rank for a lot of keywords and you can make a name for your business, a name for yourself, a name for your digital assets in very easy time, very quickly and very easy, okay? Very quickly and very easily. Now, increasingly, once again, digital asset can provide an income. Of course, example includes not only patents on your website, but other things like, type of assets will increase, become more popular. Things like blog posts, like articles on assets. You don't understand this because you don't understand it. But I understand it very well, and this is what I want you to understand. I want you to understand that writing a piece of article is an asset. You write it once, you can edit it, and then it's going to make you money. It can rank for keywords. It can rank on Google. Writing an article is an asset, okay? Producing income. So, once again, in general, it makes sense to reinvest the income from assets, of course. And if you don't need the money, that just what it is. You need to leave off the income. If you need to leave off the income that you generate with these assets, of course, this is another question. So your investment will be different based on what you need. Okay. So once again, the best answer to this question, you got to go through your balance sheet and yourself, ask, is this something that helps me make money? If it does, then it's an asset. Okay. Once again, the assets, the whole world of the market and the assets and liabilities is really personal sometimes. Is this something that's going to help you generate income? If it does, well, you know the answer. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips helped you understanding a little bit more about assets allocation for producing income. Thank you.